and welcome to another episode of Taylor May's Kingdom. Alright, today is going to be just such a very fun video. So, have you been having just a hard time finding a lifelong partner? You know, one that is very compatible? Well, maybe in this video I can give you some advice that'll help. I'm really happy that I'm able to do this with you guys, so I'm going to list 8 types of advice. Alright guys, let's start with number 1. Okay, so reassess your misconceptions about dating and relationships. The first step to finding love is to reassess some of the misconceptions about dating and relationships that just may be preventing you from finding lasting love. Now, I'm going to give you 2 myths. Alright, so the first myth that I've always heard is women have different emotions than men. Okay, that's a myth. Women and men feel similar things, but sometimes they express their feelings differently, often according to society's conventions. But both men and women experience the same core emotions such as sadness, anger, fear, and joy. We're the same, okay? We're the same. All right, myth number 2. Disagreements always create problems in a relationship. This is also a big myth. Conflict doesn't have to have negative and be destructive. With the right resolution skills, conflict can also provide an opportunity for growth in a relationship. There's just so many myths that we have on dating that just prevents us from actually allowing ourselves to find that. Just find the one that will make it work. All right, let's go on to number 2. Your expectations about dating and finding love. You know, this really holds a lot of people back. Most of the time when we enter a relationship, it's just based on just unrealistic expectations. For example, how the person should look, how the person should act, the roles of the relationship, and just how the relationship should progress. These expectations may be based on just your family history, influence of your peer group, church, your past experiences, or even idols portrayed in movies and TV shows. These expectations can take a toll on finding the right one. They can make any new partner seem just so disappointing. So let's go on to number 3. Distinguish between what you want and what you need in a partner. Now remember, wants are negotiable, needs are not. Wants consist of types of hair color, height, weight, occupation, and just many more. This is something you don't need to live a happy life in a relationship. You just want it. Now for a need, that consists of the stuff that matters to you most, such as values, religion, ambitions, and just goals. And just remember, there is a difference. Number 4, keep things in perspective. Please just repeat, just do not make the search for relationship the center of your life. That's just a huge mistake. Concentrate on just activities you enjoy, your career, your health, and just relationships with your family and friends. When you focus on keeping yourself happy, it will keep your life balanced and just make a more interesting person when you do meet someone special. Now, I just want to point this out there. Remember that first impressions aren't always reliable, especially when it comes to, internet dating. It takes time to really get to know a person on a higher level, and it takes a lot of time to experience being with someone in just a handful of situations. For example, how well does this person handle stress? How are they when they're tired, frustrated, or hungry? And also be honest about your own flaws. Everyone has flaws, even myself. I have so many flaws. For a strong relationship to last, you want someone to love you for the person you are, not the person you like to be or the person they think you should be. Besides, what you consider a flaw may actually be something another person finds quirky and appealing. You never know until you show your true self. When the other person realizes it's okay to show their flaws too, that'll make the relationship just even stronger. All right, let's go number 5. Build a true connection. I understand that the dating game can be just nerve-wracking. It's only natural to worry about how you'll come across and whether or not your date will like you. But no matter how shy or socially awkward you can feel, you can overcome your nerves and just forge a great connection. To combat first date nerves, just focus your attention on what your date is saying and doing and what's going on around you rather than your internal thoughts. Just stay fully present in the moment, and this will help take your mind off worries and insecurities. Also, be very curious. Don't be afraid to ask your date questions. When you're truly curious about someone else's thoughts, feelings, experiences, stories, and opinions, it just really shows, and they'll just love you for it. You'll come across as far more attractive and interesting than if you spend your time trying to promote yourself, to your date. I promise you, I had guys just talk about themselves in the past, and it was very unattractive. Just make an effort to truly listen to the other person. Just by paying close attention to what they say, do, and how they interact, you'll quickly get to know them. Little things go a long way, such as remembering someone's preferences, the stories they told you, and what's going on in their life. Trust me, this really means a lot to people. And also, please put your stupid smartphones away, okay? It's so rude to have your phone out on a date. I see too many dates where people are on phones, not even communicating with each other. And communication is a big reason why relationships fail. Don't make a habit with the phone. All right, okay. Let's just go to number 6. I want to bring up rejection. If you're afraid of rejection, then dating will not be for you. There's always going to be plenty of rejections at some point. And everyone's looking for love is going to have to deal with rejection. And I'm talking about rejection from love on both sides, both as the person being rejected and the person doing the rejecting. By staying positive and just being honest with yourself and others, handling rejection can be less intimidating. But just keep in mind, not everyone will like you, and that's okay. That means the one for you is still out there. Also, don't take it personally. If you're rejected after one or a couple dates, the other person is more likely only rejecting you for a superficial reason you have no control over. Some people they might just prefer some blondes or brunettes, talkative people, to silent ones, or because they are unable to overcome their own issues. Just be grateful for early rejections. It can spare you much more pain just down the road, I promise. And one thing people do is just being strong. Just don't beat yourself over it. Just take some time to reflect on how you relate to others and just work on yourself. That's it. And just let it go. Dealing with rejection in a healthy way can just increase your strength and resilience. You got this. Don't bottle your feelings up. Acknowledge some. It's normal to feel a little hurt, resentful, disappointed, or even sad, when faced with rejection. It's important to acknowledge your feelings without trying to suppress them. Practicing mindfulness can help you stay in touch with your feelings and quickly move on from negative ones. Let's just head to number 7. You better be watching for red flags. Okay, red flag behaviors can just indicate that a relationship is not going to lead to a healthy, lasting, forever love. Please trust your instincts. Always trust your gut. It never lies. Just pay close attention to how the person makes you feel. If you tend to feel insecure, ashamed, or undervalued, and just maybe time to reconsider the relationship and just move on. Common red flags are alcohol. Well, okay, if you're only getting along because of alcohol, or if you are hurting each other physically or mentally due to alcohol, then that's clearly a red flag and not a forever happy love. And another one is controlling behavior. There is a desire on the part of one person to control the other and stop them from having independent thoughts and feelings. Okay, this one bothers me so much. This is a huge red flag. This is a toxic relationship, and if someone is trying to control someone, that's not good. Also, jealousy is also a horrible red flag. For example, one partner doesn't like the other spending time with friends and family members outside of the relationship. Okay, that's a no. Leave as fast as you can. You will thank me, I promise. Okay, and we can't forget about sex. Sex can be a red flag. If the person is only interested in having sex, nothing else, no time together, nothing at all, you need more than just sex in a relationship. You need emotional, physical, you need all of it. Number 8, dealing with trust issues. We all know that mutual trust is a cornerstone of any close personal relationship. Trust doesn't happen overnight, though. It just develops over time as your connection with another person deepens. However, if you're someone with trust issues, just someone who's been betrayed, traumatized, or abused in the past, or someone with an insecure attachment bond, then you just may find it impossible to trust others and find lasting love. Your romantic relationship will be dominated by fear. Just fear of being betrayed by the other person, fear of being let down, or fear of feeling vulnerable. I have trust issues. It was awful for me in a relationship and just toxic for my partner to have to deal with that at the time. But I just learned it is impossible to learn to trust others. Just by working with the right therapist or in a support group therapy setting, you can just identify the source of your mistrust and explore ways to just build a richer, more fulfilling relationship. Therapy is so awesome. Now to this day, I trust my partner. I hope you all enjoy my advice. Well, that's it for this episode. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you didn't like this video, just thumbs down. And to subscribe if you haven't. Please also follow my Instagram with the username _Taylor_May with an E. Thanks everyone. Until next time.